Professor Scott Lucas, a professor of international politics at Birmingham University. He's joining us from the UK. Professor Lucas, always good to have you with us. So we've seen now the reactions coming in from the US and UK. Why have they decided to fall in line behind Israel on this?
Well, I think the immediate answer is because from their own intelligence, as well as from the intelligence which would have been provided by the Israelis, they have concluded that, in fact, Iranian actors were involved in the attack on this ship, the Mercer Street tanker, in the Arabian Sea off the coast of Oman last Thursday. The Americans have said they concluded, Anthony Blinken, Secretary of State, said they concluded that Iran was behind the attack. That indicates an intelligence assessment. The British Foreign Minister, Dominic Raab, said it was highly likely. In other words, not 100%, but highly likely that the Iranians are behind this. I do think the wider context of this, in which the Israelis have been accused of several dozen attacks on Iranian tankers, especially taking oil to Syria, and in which Iran has been suspected of attacks on other Israeli shipping in recent months, does point to Tehran as being the likely suspect.
And what does this do then, Professor Lucas, for negotiations that everyone will know are ongoing around the Iran nuclear deal, do you think?
I think that all sides will say on one level, certainly the Americans and the British who are involved in those negotiations will say that the attacks on shipping are not linked to the talks. I think the Iranians might do so as well, but they certainly will add another reason for one side or another to take a harder line on the talks. So, for example, the incoming government of Ebrahim Raisi, who is supported by the supreme leader in Iran, they've already stepped back from the talks, which are unlikely to resume until September. They've stepped back from the assessment from their own officials last month that they were closer to the end of the road. So I think Iran will dig their heels in at the talks. I think that, especially with U.S. domestic opinion being a pressure on them, the Biden administration will also not make any concessions in the talks. We are possibly going to see those talks stall out when only a few weeks ago we thought they might provide a breakthrough on U.S. re-entry into the deal.
Okay, Professor Lucas in Birmingham, thank you for that.